Now may I request Dr. Ajay Mathur ji to deliver his welcome address, please.
Honorable Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Secretary Power, Shri P.K. Sinha ji, Additional Secretary, Shri R.N. Chaube ji, senior officers of various ministries and organizations, representatives from our bilateral and multilateral partners, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as we launch these three landmark initiatives on energy efficiency under the Government of India's 100-day agenda for the power sector, it is my honor and privilege to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. While it is important to enhance the supply of energy, and as we know, there is a very low level of energy consumption in our country, it is equally important to ensure that this energy is used efficiently so that all our fellow Indians have access to the available energy resources. Our industries are competitive and the emissions of global warming are mitigated. The Government of India, in order to enable reach of energy into all homes and offices and to use it efficiently, has already introduced energy labels for appliances and for commercial buildings, both of which were developed with an aim to create a pull for energy efficient appliances and buildings, so that you and I, as consumers, as tenants, as buyers of buildings, preferentially choose the more efficient options. Currently, three categories of buildings are covered under the scheme, which are office buildings, shopping malls, and BPOs. Today, on this landmark day, the star labeling scheme is being expanded to include hospital buildings as well. Approximately 3/4 of the building stock in the healthcare sector that will exist in 2020, 5 years from now, is yet to be built. Considering that hospital buildings have complex and sophisticated engineering systems, their operations are very energy intensive and they are used on a 24/7 basis. These labels, therefore, provide a benchmark for hospitals to find out how much energy they use and whether there is options to enhance that energy efficiency. The second initiative that is being launched today is the design guidelines for energy efficient multi-storied buildings. As most of you are aware, there is the Energy Conservation Building Code, which was launched as a requirement of the Energy Conservation Act, and that applies to new commercial buildings. This initiative is for residential buildings. It's therefore a design guidelines, and we hope that architects and developers on the one hand find it useful, and on the other hand, development authorities, town and country planners, and most importantly, financial institutions find this useful as they promote the adoption of energy efficient homes. What we hope is that with energy efficient homes, the total demand for, say, cooling would decrease, and that you and I would be able to do with a 1-ton air conditioner instead of a 1.5-ton air conditioner. So apart from energy efficient appliances, the size of those appliances could also decrease if those buildings are built in consonance with these guidelines. The third and most important initiative that is being launched here today is that of labels for diesel generator sets. It is a privilege to have Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan with us. Under his leadership, the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and the Petroleum Conservation Research Association and the Bureau of Energy Efficiency and the Ministry of Power have worked closely together and with the diesel genset manufacturers and users to establish a label that would help all the buyers of diesel gensets to understand the amount of energy that a diesel generator would use, the amount of diesel a diesel generator would use to produce a unit of electricity. This, we hope, would pull the market towards the more efficient generator sets. On this eventful day, our Secretary Power would present the label for DG set to the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome colleagues from the Delhi Development Authority, the Town and Country Planning Organization of the Ministry of Urban Development, the Central Electricity Authority, the National Housing Bank, as well as our partners from various multilateral organizations, USAID, EU, GIZ, etc. A special warm welcome to our colleagues from the Swiss Development Cooperation. Their support has been the basis for the formulation of the design guidelines for energy efficient multi-storied buildings. And I want to specially welcome the colleagues from SDC as well as our other technical partners. Once again, I welcome the Honorable Minister, officers of the ministry, as well as all of you to this function. Thank you very much.